All right, I think we're live. This is the goddamn Twitch channel. Hi, everyone.
Hey
Say
there.
Hi, Seamus.
It's
there we
Josh
go.
and I.
Yep.
Yeah.
Camster's
Yep,
at
Josh
work.
and I are going to be covering.
In fact, he might actually be watching this right now at work.
Get back to work, Chris. So we're going to be commenting on the EA press conference.
Yep. And that's happening in
And
about
maybe
10
we should
minutes.
just mute. Yeah, maybe we should just mute these two. Or did you
I
mute
did.
them
I
on the
did.
main
They're
stream?
muted.
Okay,
Can't-
I'm gonna mute
just
them so I
imagine
can't
that,
hear them too because
that Seamus is
Josh
that
and I.
nearly
I'm
bald
the
guy.
girl on
and-
the.
No, I get to be
wanted
the girl.
Damn it! All right, I'm the bald guy, and Josh is the blonde girl, and
So-
we're just badly lip synced.
Yeah, theoretically, this will actually work because they showed the Xbox stream on this one, and for those of you who weren't there yesterday, we had a problem where we're only allowed to restream from the twitch.tv/Twitch channel, and they didn't show the Bethesda stream on this, so we couldn't actually restream it with our commentary on it. So instead, I played Poker Night at the inventory very badly while watching the stream in another window, and just told everyone to pay attention to that instead.
Yeah. So this is kind of this is what we wanted to do, is we're going to watch the press conference together, and Josh and I will comment on what we're seeing, and yeah. And I know we're like almost obsessive and dumping on EA, but this is going to be kind of raw for us. Like, this is going to be I'm not going in here to just like dump on EA every single thing and bitch and moan. This is going to be kind of our honest reactions to things, and just here's what we think about it in the moment, and just discussing what it means. So it's like we're all at E3 together, and we're all in the audience, and Josh and I are talking in front of you, and you can't get us to shut up.
Think of
so that's
the two guys in the box seating
Waldorf
in the Muppets.
and the other
guy. We're those guys. Yeah. So you'll notice that there's several other press conferences today. Ubisoft is later today, and then PlayStation after that. Now we're on day 0. Yeah, Ubisoft, and then the PlayStation press conference at 6 p.m. Pacific. So like, we might do those too, maybe. I don't know if this works out.
I can't believe that they're calling today day 0. Like, normally you start numbering at 1 when you're talking about human events, but
the day yesterday. 0 has always been like the but it didn't really, because like day 0 is all the press conferences are day 0 and all that, and then the floor opens on day 1. And it's just
the floor isn't even open today.
Yeah, Bethesda had their press conference the day before day 0, and Nintendo was doing the World Championships before the Bethesda press conference.
Yeah. Somebody's asking you to hide the other channel's chat.
Yeah, okay,
like,
I'll just hit...
We don't care about them.
I'll just hit maximize here so we can stare at these people on couches instead.
The guy on the far left, that's DJ Wheat. I know him as a StarCraft commenter. So it's weird to see him commenting on E3. I mean, I have no idea what he does outside. I mean, he might be totally qualified for this. This is not a dig at him. It's just really weird. It's like if you suddenly saw John Madden reading the news and be like, wait, isn't he a sports guy?
Just sitting on CNN talking about, like, the political situation in Afghanistan.
Exactly.
And you're like, wait a minute.
Exactly.
That doesn't...
So it's weird for me to see DJ Wheat here. Although I'd love it. I'd actually turn on the sound if this was going to be like Husky and Day 9, because I love those guys. I'd listen to them comment on anything.
Like, this may be biting the hand that feeds you, but I haven't found the Twitch commentary to be very good. There's like, maybe maybe having a bunch of people who commentate on StarCraft doing your E3 press conference stuff is maybe not the greatest choice. But then I say that, and I'm famous on the internet for playing games really badly, so...
Oh, so, score, pointed out that DJ Wheat was here to comment on the Nintendo Championships, which makes total sense.
Oh, yeah.
Although, now that I think of it, can you imagine John Madden commenting on Afghanistan? He'd be like, and this is, you lose a lot of guys, and your goal in a war is to not to lose guys.
Oh, I want to make a Fox News joke, but I don't want to piss anyone off.
Yeah. So EA's macro game is really struggling. Yes. So we're gonna. You know what we did? We went live, and I forgot to refill my tea.
Oh,
so I'm going to leave you.
Excellent.
I'm going to leave you to entertain everybody all by yourself. I will be back super quick.
Okay. Well, you know what? I want to actually.
I think we're about to start.
Mess with this. No, you know what? No, this stream's fine. Never mind. It's my
I'll be back real quick.
desire to fiddle with stuff. So, yeah, okay, so... you know, my tea is almost gone, too. This is unfortunate. Hey, Seamus! Seamus, could you bring me some more? Yeah, so, there was, Xbox had their press conference, 2 hours ago. And they didn't show anything that was terribly that great and interesting. Oh, they did show, no, I'll wait until Seamus is back here because he was super excited about their HoloLens Minecraft demo. Let's see. They had a few games that looked interesting. Unfortunately, they were all Xbox One exclusives, so I don't give a shit. Which is kind of disappointing because that what was it, Recore looked really cool. Camster and I were both like, oh wow, that looks interesting. Have I tried suckering Jareth into this? Not in so many words, but I haven't seen him at all today, so I don't know what's going on there. Oh man, this looks like they're having such a great conversation that I've muted. Come on, Seamus, you got 2 minutes to get back here.
The EA press conference?
Oh, we hear Seamus now, kind of.
Okay, I'm back.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
You were back. It wasn't just background noise.
So yeah, Math709 says so. Josh and Seamus are heckling the stream, and we're heckling Josh and Seamus.
That is exactly.
Yeah, that's pretty. Now we just need DJ Wheat to make fun of the people in our chat, and it can be a circle of mockery. You should
probably tweet about this just to make sure that everyone
that
didn't see it on your website, because we only posted it like an hour and a half ago. Is up to date with it. We can't bring Seamus into this because Seamus is already here. No, we can't bring Campster in because he's unfortunately at work. He said if we do the Ubisoft conference, he might get back in time to pop in for that, or at least the tail end of that.
I can't talk and tweet at the same time, which is why I went quiet. There we go. Boom, tweet sent. This is actually a big problem we have, is that I can't multitask. It's the reason I can't be our player on Spoiler Warning. I can't multitask.
He so wants to be the player
when I'm talking.
But he's just, he
I
can't.
know.
It's hard. You know, it's, I get a lot, I get a lot of comments on the YouTube channel, especially like, "Oh, you're so bad at this. Why aren't you paying attention?" or whatever. But it's not nearly as easy to do that as it seems from the outside to pay attention to playing a game, play it well enough that it's not just dragging on and being really annoying, and also contribute to a conversation that, you know, Seamus and Mumbles are having about Spider-Man for some reason.
It's true. I can't do anything and talk. Like, it's one of the reasons I don't like to drive. If I'm driving in, like, city traffic, I can't talk to you in the car. I'll be like, what? What? But talking takes up way too much of my brain. I'll just drive us right into a building.
Oh. Okay, I think...
you could just scroll underneath the video
no, there's
click on that and see all the great things that are
people
being
still
offered.
talking, but...
The entire day. I also want to give a shout out to Pterodec because
but we should be, like, in the next 2 minutes, we should be actually beginning the
I'm going to leave this kind of on so that we can get an idea from the viewers how our voice balance is to the talking that's going on right now. And we'll try, because there's no closed captioning, we'll try not to, like, talk over the presenters quite so much.
It's going to be hard because I'm going to be a little out of sync from Josh. We're streaming from 2 different locations, and, you know, streams don't stay perfectly in sync. So I'm probably a few seconds off from him.
I say we're a little bit too loud, so I'm going to turn up the volume here a little bit. How's that sound? You should say something, Seamus.
Oh, hi there. I'm Seamus, and it's Mass Effect.
Yeah, is this?
Effect. Discover
Yeah, this
a new
is Mass
galaxy.
Effect. Okay.
Yeah, I'm so glad they moved it to a new galaxy, because really the other galaxy was just so small. We saw all 7
explored
planets there.
The entirety of it at this point.
I mean, once you've seen 7 planets, how many more planets can there be in a galaxy, really? A whole new galaxy. Come back, true Carpathian.
He's too busy looking for a neck. Oh, good. It's
which is
a sci-fi space opera about shooty bits. Excellent.
Andromeda is literally, if you go on the person on the street, name a galaxy that's not ours. Andromeda. So, nice going, guys.
Mass Effect Andromeda from our storytellers at BioWare. Welcome everyone to our show here at Shrine Expo Hall in Los Angeles. Thanks to those of you watching on our live stream.
Why is there a pterodactyl logo on the bottom
We're joined by players from our community, journalists from around the world, and our colleagues and
oh, you know what? No, okay. I can see it on our stream now too.
We're also excited to be hosting more than 300 high school and university students from across Greater Los Angeles.
Okay. Why?
Welcome. I hope we can
just
inspire
get out of school, kids, and come watch a trade conference about video games.
Full of new games you'll be able to play either this
oh wow, you're like almost a minute behind me.
Oh really?
Maybe you need to refresh the.
Oh okay.
Yeah. Well wait, no.
We think the world is a better place when we all make time to play. For us at EA,
oh, it looks like
yeah,
I just lagged
I can't
out.
Pause
that was weird.
Like you're the one everybody's watching, so if you refresh, you're gonna jump ahead a minute.
Yeah.
Dang it.
I'm just gonna refresh because like.
To immerse you in new worlds.
Who cares about the initial keynote speech here? And it looks like I had a packet loss spike there.
I'm dying.
Oh, good. We've got an ad for Selfless now. Excellent. I fucking love Twitch. It's the best.
With a new body built to perfection.
Thank you, Twitch.
Maybe I should mute this in case we want to try to put this on YouTube.
Including, of course, our grand finale, Star Wars Battlefront.
All right. So what? catch me up on what he was saying.
Okay, he's like, oh, we're gonna do this stuff, and really, there wasn't much reaction until he said Star Wars, and then people started clapping, and then he said, and we're gonna end with our finale, which is Star Wars Battlefront.
Okay.
And really, I'm not hearing a lot of cheering. I'm not sure what the deal is if they don't have a lot of mics in the crowd, but it sounds like, 10 people in the front row are cheering.
This still seems a bit quiet to me. I'm gonna turn it up a little bit.
Sure.
Because like whenever you're talking, I can't make out anything
listen to
what
that.
he's saying. Yeah, that is pretty awesome. Just
it sounds like he's in a nightclub with like 30 people in it.
Oh man, Need for Speed.
Push you to the edge. And around here, they will inspire you. For some, style is all that matters. Others built searching for perfection. The fearless always push the limit.
I gotta say, this really tries my patience. I actually love vehicles and I love driving in games, but this whole it's all about reputation, like, it just, my eyes glaze over. It feels very Fast and Furious, just sort of like generic
but then that
bravado.
is the car movie, right?
Yeah, it is. That's the aesthetic, and I understand why they're copying that, but my eyes sort of glaze over. It strikes me as being a lot like when they made Commander Shepard, I'm here for the space opera, and they're like, are you a bad enough dude to kill Cerberus? And it's like,
you missed the Xbox stream. They did the Forza trailer, and then they dropped a Forza car onto the stage from the ceiling.
That's funny. Wow. That's audacious.
Remember, it's about video games.
Is Underground the one where you have to get revenge for your murdered brother?
I think so, yes.
We are bringing 20 years of history together.
That was super goofy. Like, everybody plays as the same guy.
So,
it's like, imagine
home to 5 real-world icons.
Imagine if Alpha Protocol was an MMO, kind of, like, and we were all playing that same asshole.
On your journey to become the ultimate icon. From dusk to dawn,
and we were all trying to.
I mean, that would just not work because Obsidian can't make bug-free code.
No, but the idea that this is story-based and it's trying to have all this.
You can explore it.
I don't know. That just feels so out of place.
That's at least according to my conversations with Camster. That has just been Need for Speed's problem for forever. Is it wants to be this story-based driving game, and it's just not very good.
By delivering the richest
Imperial Psycho says, "We fast, you furious."
In a Need for Speed game. Your ride is built with a hot.
Like, I love these shots of these cars. This makes me super happy. I love panning shots of just wonderfully engineered machinery.
I mean, it wouldn't even have to be cars. A game that is you are a cameraman doing panning shots of new cars.
Well, and just, I enjoy especially really big driving games like Fuel, where you can just like pick your own path and you're not driving dumb loop.
Up next, Star Wars: The Old Republic. Why are they announcing stuff that's going to happen in their press conference?
We're proud to announce this year, for this quarter, we are still not closing the game down. And then like 6 people kind of clapped. Oh yeah, I think my account is still active. I should log in.
Apparently they're actually doing an expansion pack. Like, I guess with the movies coming out, they're trying to reinvest into it.
All combined to create that perfect Need for Speed moment.
I don't know why, but...
fast, sliding through a corner in your customized ride alongside your friends while being chased by cops.
Alongside your friends, yes, because that's what we want. Because that's what perfects. Like, you spend all this time simulating this hyper-realistic, fully scanned automobile from the real world, and now you're going to drive it on a track where everybody else has a half-second of lag relative to you. That's just the ultimate experience. And somebody said Shame's young car porn enthusiast. A little bit. I do appreciate it. I appreciate them as gorgeous machines.
Wait.
Like,
folks came and
Are
left.
there FMVs in this Need for Speed game?
But the knock I
What
signed,
year is it?
every panel was a single break.
Because this is definitely not
It's a
rendered.
masterpiece.
Precisely why I'm worried he'll never
Definitely.
come.
Don't worry. They'll come.
Okay, that's rendered. And that's a good transition, but still, there are FMVs in this Need for Speed video game. What?
Or was that just the promo spot? I don't know.
I don't know. It
What's
said
real
pre-alpha
anymore? I don't
footage,
know.
so like
Wrecked.
I actually kind of dig it if they
Oh.
like commit to doing FMVs.
Just embrace the cheeseballiness. Of
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Like,
totally.
stop trying to be cool. Go ahead and be dorks, and just embrace the dorkishness. See, I actually really like this. I love cars as sort of as brilliant machines. I mean, you could do. I would appreciate them if they were planes, if they were any powerful machine, even a computer. I just love well-engineered stuff.
Yo,
So, yeah,
guys,
this looks-
some big
this looks
names in
kinda-
town. Let's get out there and get
This looks
noticed.
appealing until this asshole starts talking in your
Great.
ear. Yo, dog, I need you to drive your car. Oh,
If we didn't tell you that we
Video
needed to
game.
drive the car, why would you drive it?
why is it Wrecked Bunny? Is that what it's supposed to say on the license plate, Wrecked Bunny?
What are we waiting for?
Apparently.
I mean, I get wrecked, I don't get bunny. Look at these physics. Okay, Gran Turismo, this is not. This is, and I don't mind it. I mean, I'm not a purist. I don't
Oh,
mind
yeah,
if you
yeah.
go arcade. But this is very much the Mario Kart school.
Yeah, this is,
driving.
I mean, that's kind of always been Need for Speed, though. It's always been, like, more of that, like, arcade driving game
We're gonna get locked in.
from the
Jabberwock says
90s.
RB uses drift. It's super effective.
Oh, good, RPG mechanics. Oh, good, a Twitter thing! That's what we need!
Okay, so we've got social media. This could.
We
could fill
need
out
a game
bingo
that
card
tells
with
you to
this.
text while driving!
This is like you've got social media integration. You've got forced multiplayer. You've got story mode. This is like your AAA, bingo card of shit to fill in. We're halfway there.
Do you have to climb towers to unlock areas in the open world?
Consider yourself noticed.
Are there
the crew had
microtransactions where I
that.
can buy better wheels?
I kind of want the... Oh, Old Republic, right. I kind of want the Ubisoft press conference to be just like, instead of people on a stage, they're all up on a tower.
We're proud to announce Star Wars, the still not cancelled Republic.
Then start playing now. And
Oh god, they got another CG trailer!
It's on the way. Our fans have told us exactly
Here's
what
a
they want on
fantastic
TV.
trailer that
Is
looks
it
nothing like
just
a pile
me,
of
or is
ass
the
that is the
stream,
real
like,
video game?
Computer-driven art where
breaking?
choices matter. And we've been listening.
No, it's.
I'm gonna
looks
drop
like-
it to
I mean, but this
medium
looks like
quality
the original
here.
trailer.
Yeah, okay,
This is
these
the
are all from the
original trailer.
original
The
CG
roots of
trailers, yeah.
BioWare style storytelling. With the
So
release
they're
of our
still
new
showing this
expansion,
years later.
Knights
Hey,
of the
he,
Fallen.
remember
These
when you
shitty
didn't know
trailers
the
that were
game would look
completely
like?
unrepresentative
Your
of
story,
the
your
final
way. And
product.
it's coming October 27, 2015.
Remember when you
Knights of the
didn't know
Fallen
this
Empire
game would
puts
look
you in
like a
the
pile
center
of
the battle
ass?
against a dangerous new enemy faction. You will choose your path. You will join or
You will
betray
decide to be
companions
a
old
white
and new,
guy wearing
and
black
you will
or a
make
white
choices
guy
that will
wearing
shape the
white.
fate of the entire galaxy,
I can't
as
wait
well
to make
as
this
your own.
choice.
The
I hope
expansion
there's
will
a
deliver
choice
on
where
the
you get to
hallmarks
like
of what makes a great
do
BioWare
something
game.
incredibly
New worlds to
altruistic,
explore,
or be
new
a
companions
completely
to recruit,
pointless
and a
asshole to
dynamic
somebody.
story
Like
that
that's
be a
just-
BioWare
shape
game
the
without
fate
that,
of the
would it?
choices they make. And in appreciation of our players' support over the years,
I've
Knights of the
actually,
Fallen
I have to
Empire
admit,
will
I'm
be
kind of
free
tempted to
all of our subscribers.
They've got this, like,
I'll leave you with a first
until
look
October
at the
you get
story
12 times
of Knights of the
XP
Fallen Empire.
when
Thank
you,
you.
like,
And may the Force be
subscribe
with
to
you.
the Old Republic, so you can just play through just the story missions and do nothing else. I'm kind of tempted to go and, like, see if there was anything actually good there. Because I played through, like, a third to maybe a half of the smuggler story in the beta. I thought the story was okay, but I was so bored with all the other MMO stuff. This is a new trailer.
Yeah, see, you wanted a new trailer that looks nothing like the
Great.
game. Now they're finally delivering.
Oh, it's a lightsaber! Isn't that cool?
Twin brothers, and one turns evil and one turns good.
I feel like this has been a plot before.
That's a bit too... And this is a bit too on the nose. This does feel like expanded universe novel material.
It all
You
kind
know.
of felt like that, though.
Yeah. EA couldn't get hype for Rocket Chap says EA couldn't get hype for the Old Republic unless they announced they'd created actual midichlorians. Subscribe would give you actual force powers. I don't know. I would do that as long as I wasn't required to play the game to get the midichlorians.
If you were required to play it, you might, that might be too much.
Look at, this is so on the nose. One wears black, one wears white, white and black lightsabers.
Oh wait, is the black one the good guy? Huh.
It's Star Wars.
Yeah, I mean, Luke wore black in Return of the Jedi. So I guess maybe, I don't know. Everybody wore black in Return of the Jedi, though, so...
That's a massive new expansion from BioWare. And the first Star Wars game we will
Notice
show
there
you
was
today.
not a single frame of
Star Wars
gameplay in there.
Battlefront comes a little later,
Not
but
one
there's a lot
frame
more
of
to get
game.
to
They
first.
did not.
Do
They were like,
are
hey,
they
we're
like
having this.
EA Studios
banking
will
the
give
entire press conference
It's a role
on
take
the
for
Battlefront stuff?
Imagine
Because they keep
build,
mentioning it over and
delivering
over again. It's like,
experiences
come on,
that will
just
inspire
stay
and
with us, you
motivate
guys, and we'll show you the Battlefront stuff. But you gotta see this other stuff first. Come on, we got other video games.
It all starts with gameplay. Whether it's a blockbuster franchise or something entirely fresh and new, it all comes back to
Something
how well
entirely
it
fresh
actually
and new. Did this guy wander
But it's
in
not
from a
just
different
up to
press
us.
conference?
We need your
No,
input
this
as
is
well.
the EA press
We're
conference.
listening
Maybe they're
to
talking about
your
Mirror's
feedback
Edge?
every day.
I don't know. I'm excited to
We're
see
getting
what
more
the hell's going
community
on with
members
Mirror's
in our
Edge. I'm
studios,
really hoping for a
bringing you
release
in
date.
to meet with our
I'm
development
not sure it's gonna happen, though.
This year will hold more betas and playtests that get you into the games before launch.
Oh,
We
is
want
this
your
like one
feedback.
of those, we
Michelle,
realized that we
the
kind of fucked up with the
experiences that we create.
Battlefield games, so we're totally
The
actually
direct
going to test our
conversation we
games
have with
now.
you is where we can come together as players and game makers. The shared passion we have for play drives creativity in all our games, including the next two original IPs we're about to show you. The first one is
Original
unlike
IP?
anything
Okay,
else
I'm
you'll see here
excited.
today. A year ago, I went to see this group called Coldwood in northern Sweden. The moment
Did he
I
just
saw
say he
the
went to
game
see
they're
this
making,
boob?
I knew we had to bring it to all of you. It's an experience that is
This'll be
emotional and deeply creative, centered on a tiny character with a huge heart. This is Unravel.
Okay.
I'm actually just gonna watch this.
Just like Kirby's Epic Yarn. Okay.
Hello, everyone.
That's great.
My
Nice
name is
title
Martin
card.
Flynn, and that is Yarny. And I'm going to tell you all about that in a moment, but let me first just say that it feels so great to be here on this stage. I'm just so happy to finally be here. and
I
get to
hate when
show
they
you
do
all
that,
this
but
game
first
that
I
we
want to
made.
say I'm glad to be
This little
here.
thing called Unravel. I'm the creative director at Coldwood. We're a little
Oh,
studio
this
made
is
up
going to be one of
14 people from
these.
Umeå
We
in
don't
northern
actually
Sweden.
have in-game footage to show you,
that
so here's some
games are
photos
really
of our
powerful
office.
things. They have the ability to grab you and move you in a way that few other art forms can.
That was what they
And
did
that
for
gives
Mass
us as
Effect
game
last
makers
year.
a
It's
certain
like, we're
responsibility,
making
I
a
think.
whole new virtual
We should
world,
try to
and
do
it's
more
like
than to just
photos
entertain.
of people sitting in dark
Unravel
rooms
was created
and,
in that
and a
spirit.
few shots of
It was born
concept
out of
art.
the need to make something more
Here's
personal,
some people that
something
haven't
with a
seen their
heart.
family in months, so that
It's
you
a
can
puzzle
have this
platformer
video game.
where you play
Aren't
as a
you
little character
excited?
made of yarn, which unravels as you move. And the yarn, it represents love and the bonds that we make.
The
And
yarn
Unravel
represents
is
love.
string,
basically
the
us
video
when we're
game.
separated from what we love. In this game, you are the red thread that runs
This
through
feels
someone's
like
life,
when you go to
trying tie all
PAX
their
and they
missing
have,
pieces
you know,
back
pitch
together.
your game,
Yeah.
and somebody
Now,
stands up in front of
I think most
everybody
of
and
this
he's like,
design, well, I was on
okay,
camping trip
it'll
with
be
my
like,
That's
family.
not
we'll have
even
this
engine
sword,
footage.
right? But
That's
the
a
sword-
photo.
Full of ideas, but
That's
I
a
didn't have
stock
lot of tools to
photo.
work with out there, so
And somebody's
I figured I could
pitching
just kinda
their
like
game
act
to a
out the
panel and
gameplay.
they've got all this ideas,
that's
and
how
you know,
Yarny came
nobody
to
else
be.
gets it because nobody else can
Oh
see
look,
inside
I
their
made a
mind.
Yarny. That's how we designed the character. I started rolling a ball of yarn up.
No.
This is
What is
this
going
is
on
like
with
EA
this?
trying to establish some kind of indie cred. He has
Oh,
some
he's
kind
got a
of
tattoo.
I
Okay,
wander around
I
the
thought
woods,
like
I
he
was
had
doing yarn in
like
different situations
notes
and snapping
written on his
pictures and
fingers or
figuring out
something
fun
like
ways
he'd
that you could
written
use your
what he was
yarn.
going to be reading.
And I wanted the whole game to feel just like that too, like it's an exploration. It's a
Rocket
quest
Chap
where you have
says,
to
a
be
stock
clever and
photo?
creative
Is
to
this
find
still
the
Mass
proper
Effect
path.
4?
And the game is centered on Yarny. This little
Yeah, and
character
here's
on
Tally
a
at the
big
lake.
journey and accomplishing big things despite being so small.
Holy
The
shit,
gameplay
I
is
can't
all
believe they're doing
physics-based.
trailers like
You
this
have to find
again.
the way forward and
Oh,
overcome
hey,
all these
is
obstacles
that
that you'll come
is
across.
that in
Those
engine?
problems
A frame
are
of
simple
gameplay?
solutions,
Yeah.
like using
That
your
looks
yarn to
like
swing across a
concept
gap.
art.
Sometimes things might get more
Yeah,
complex.
I don't
so
know.
when you
I
look
mean,
back
really,
at
I don't.
that
This could be a
tangle and
wonderful game.
winding
It could
weave of
be, but
yarn
this
left
tells us
behind you,
nothing.
have to
This
stop
is
and
literally
wonder
some
how
guy
they-
coming
Yeah.
out and say,
It's
"No,
kinda
seriously,
like
guys, I have the best idea
It's
for
probably
a
gonna be a
video
platformer,
game."
to be honest.
Back when I was
But
playing
you
with
got
Yarny,
like
I
web
didn't do
It's
it.
gonna be like a
yarn.
Here I am.
side-scrolling
I am really, really
platformer,
glad
an
I finally
idea
get to
for a
share this game
platformer.
with you all.
I found out you can get the
Unravel-
Unity engine for like free or something.
Thank you. Unravel means a lot to us at Cold War.
And I have a
We
friend,
put
he's
our
really
hearts into
good
this,
at
and we hope that
drawing,
when
and
you play
he
it, you will feel that.
said he would
So,
help me.
Thank you. And
We
enjoy.
got these stock photos to illustrate what I'm talking about. Oh, hey, here's a trailer.
Dude
Okay.
Dude Con says this fall your grandma will actually knit you a video game. Okay, finally we're getting something about what the game.
Okay, that looks like
They
gameplay
should've-
footage. Why the fuck were they not showing
They should have
this?
started with this. Should have started with this. They burned up all my goodwill.
Why were they showing stock photos?
Oh my goodness, a ferocious chipmunk. That's funny. But I see you like have a limited amount of yarn, so the further you go and the more you do with it, the more of yourself you lose.
Right, okay. I mean, this looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
I
It doesn't
like
look like it's going to be the next
art
little
style, but yeah,
Sure,
it's
it's adorable. But then again, remember there was that one robot game that was going to be on the next-gen consoles, and it looked adorable, and then when everybody played it, they were like, I guess it's alright.
I found a flower thing.
Okay, that looks like it could be good.
Yeah.
Oh. Right,
Oh,
Lana?
what?
Lana?
What the
Lana!
fuck is happening?
Is it time for Plants vs. Zombies? I'm
They
sorry, but if you're
already
gonna play this
announced
song,
it
you could-
in the Xbox conference. Oh my god.
They are overestimating how cool we think this game was.
2015, the year where EA went fucking nuts.
Haha, let's give him an ironic clap.
The sympathy clap.
Anywhere. Go big, go crazy, have fun. This is Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2.
Garden Warfare 2. Like, I didn't even realize that there was a demand for a sequel.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I didn't think anybody was playing the first one.
The twist with this one is that the plants are attacking the zombies and you play as the zombies.
Now, in Garden Warfare 2, Dr. Zomboss, the evil genius leader of the zombies, has finally discovered a way to turn the tide of battle and take suburbia from
I think you play as the zombies. I think that's the idea.
For the first time in franchise history.
Well, in the last one, it was like Team Fortress 2.
Right. And this one is...
Joining you in this new world are 6 crazy new character classes from the past, the present,
crazy new character classes.
Like, is it still going to be like that terrible free-to-play model they had?
Introduce a new strategic layer of depth to your battles. Now, here to give you
no, he said it has a strategic layer of depth, Josh.
Great.
That means
I was totally mistaken. I'm sorry. That assuages all of my fears.
I think you need to apologize to EA.
I'm sorry, Mr. Electronic Arts spokesman number 72.
Today we're getting our first look at
another game already.
No, this is the same one.
Oh, no. Oh, they're just talking about new content.
To create Zomburbia.
I didn't think the Xbox conference was all that great, but it was way better than this one so far.
I mean, I guess we can say you start off with your lightweight stuff.
I guess.
Okay, to be fair, this is not their big stuff. You know, this game was so much more charming when PopCap did it. It's like EA completely copied the aesthetic and missed the soul of the thing.
Yeah. I have nothing to say about this.
Yeah. I mean, there was that fart joke a minute ago, so we had that going for us.
The Imp is the smallest, fastest, and possibly craziest zombie in the game.
And you can tell because he's laughing like an imp.
Like, it all feels so forced. It all feels like... It feels like cute and crazy as imagined by 50-year-old executives.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not bad, but it's not wrong. It's just not nearly as charming as it thinks it is.
Yeah, I mean, like, compare this to Splatoon
World. Yeah. But are these supposed to be other players? These plants? Is this co-op?
No, this is like
MOBA from a third person.
This is like shooter tower defense. Like what was it called?
It feels
Sanctum.
like lane pushing. Oh, I never played Sanctum. Inquisitor Frollo. Yeah, manufactured whimsy is definitely a good way to describe.
Why do they have a Stargate?
Why wouldn't you?
I mean, I don't know. It's just, you'd think it goes somewhere with it.
Oh, yeah. Orcs Must Die is a Hammer Wizard suggests Orcs Must Die. Yeah, that kind of...
I never played Orcs Must Die.
It wasn't... It was better in concept than execution. It was charming for a couple hours, but it didn't put my interest.
Looks like the Imp is going to need something just a little
Super
bit bigger.
Giga Torchwood Wave.
Also, we're not getting direct game sound. We're getting, like, sound streamed through the convention hall.
Is that it? Is that why everything sounds really bad?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, this is, like, through the auditorium speakers and then captured by a microphone. So it sounds really awful. Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, okay. Now they're going through the Stargates.
Zero of 4 players in the zone. What is that? Oh, I see. In the zone, you're supposed to defend.
Oh, I see. Yeah. This. Okay, this
really
demo has
cluttered. Like, it's hard to
officially
follow.
gone on too long.
Like, it's hard to follow. I can't tell where you're supposed to go.
It's definitely
like,
there's a lot of
this.
Yeah, there's a lot of visual noise.
I can't tell, like, what's your goal. I never got the, oh, there's a thing, we need to guard that. It's always like, well, which of these glowing purple things is relevant to my current task? And that's really dangerous. That can kill a game. You get into a game and you don't know what you're supposed to do, you'll just run around and start shooting shit pointlessly, and the whole game falls apart.
So did they lose?
Great job, zombies.
I don't even know.
Plants vs. Zombies, Guild Wars 2. Oh my god.
How fun is that? So, Graveyard Ops, our zombie co-op mode we just saw, was our #1 most fan-requested feature. Now, a close second was the ability to play the game single player. Now, in Garden Warfare 2, you can play multiplayer with or against your friends. And for the very first time, we are introducing a unique solo play experience, where you can play every single game mode by yourself against AI, or with the help of a friend via local split screen.
We put a bot mode.
Isn't it so funny? They were like, the future is multiplayer. Every game must have multiplayer. Multiplayer, everything, multiplayer in every game. And then they make a multiplayer only game, and they're like, oh, but we're going to put in a single player mode. It's like, no game can ever focus on just one polished experience. Every game must be all things to all people in all audiences.
Your favorite plants and zombies.
The way things are going with this press conference, like, I wonder if, like, midway through, Todd Howard is just going to walk out and start talking about Fallout 4 again. He just shows up at every press conference.
They're on the phone with him right now. Todd, please come out and just do the Fallout 4 demo again.
I know it's not an EA game, but, like, we need something.
Now, we're working really, really hard to make sure that the world of Garden Warfare is crazy, hilarious, and most of all, fun to play. We thank you for all of the input you've given us, and we cannot wait for you to get your hands on this all-new Plants vs. Zombies game. So thank you, and I'll see you in Zomburbia.
I will not see you there, Mr. Man.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and give this game a pass.
Yeah. Of course, I say that. I would have gotten it anyway.
Yeah, it's true. This isn't my thing. So maybe us picking on it is unfair. But this does have a sort of insincere attempt at whimsy.
Yeah.
It just does not feel like it has an artistic
Battlefield Heroes, kind of. I think that was the name of it. That, like free-to-play TF2 style Battlefield thing they did a couple years back.
Oh, we knew this part was coming.
Yeah, right.
You know, to be totally fair, my brother is super into NHL, and we have long talks about it. And he says NHL 15 was a disaster. They took out a lot of they basically broke the entire multiplayer thing, which was the best part of the game.
We're going to put back in all of the stuff that we took out in whatever the hell this is called, 15.
What they did is they rebuilt the game from scratch, and that was just one of the things that didn't get rebuilt in time for the release of 15. So I'm actually going to watch this and just, like, I'm curious if they bring back the multiplayer.
I'm going to go get something to drink, since that's, like, I will have nothing to say. I'll be back in 2 minutes.
Sure. Okay. The thing about, since this trailer isn't telling us much, the thing that made multiplayer work is that you didn't run a whole team. Like, if you're playing Madden, you control the whole team, or you control the quarterback during the play, or whatever. But in NHL, you're just one of the players on the field, and you just got to do your job and run your zone. And you depend on the other players on the team. And that kind of made it a little bit team fortressy, in that, you know, the whole battle doesn't turn on you. You got to do your job, but you need to be with good people. And that made the game really interesting and gave it a lot of depth that 1v1 doesn't have. And, you know, opened up the possibility of group strategies and coordinating with teammates. And apparently, I don't know how, but it was removed in NHL 2015.
Using our Frostbite engine, opening up the golf experience. With the ability to stream full courses, players will truly be able to play the ball as it lies, no matter where it lands. Plus, no load times between holes shaves up to 15 minutes off your round. We've got stunning real-world courses and epic fantasy experiences.
Zukarum, you joke about Blitzball. My brother loved Blitzball in Final Fantasy X. Like, when I did my playthrough of Final Fantasy X, he'd come in the room and I'd hand it to him, and he would like play an hour and a half of Blitzball, and he really liked it.
Season and beyond. We're constantly feeding Ultimate Teams with new content, so every time you jump in, it feels fresh. In fact, this year we delivered double the new content to Ultimate Teams than last season. Ultimate Teams are the most popular way to play across all of EA Sports, and we're committed to ensuring a safe and secure play environment. So no matter your sport, Ultimate Team will be fun and fair for everyone. And we want you to get the most out of your game. So this year, we're going to make
He
you
said a
better
safe and
player.
fun experience.
If you're
What
new to
danger
EA Sports, we want to get
was
you in the game.
I mean, I
If you're
assume
a
he
veteran
means you're
player,
not going to
we
get
want to
hurt
take your
playing
skills to
pretend
the next
sports.
level.
I see I did not miss anything.
No, but he did. We want to make sure that everybody has a safe and fun experience, you know, that when they play online. And I'm like, what would be I mean, I can understand you're worried about
We've
cheaters,
put in an
hackers.
epilepsy filter. We're not going to have any flashes of color.
Here is NBA Live executive producer.
That's
Sean
weird.
O'Brien.
That was a weird thing to say, and I want to know what he meant.
Thank you, sir.
Oh boy.
Basketball is a game of self-expression. NBA superstars
So I started an herb
constantly
garden.
amaze me with their flair, both on and
You know,
off.
No,
like,
we're done
uh,
talking about
check
garden
out that
warfare,
outfit.
Josh.
No, like
And
a
you know
real
what?
herb garden, you know,
NBA
like
Live 16
potted
is
plants with
rooted in self-expression.
herbs in them.
This comes to life
Potted
in
because
both
I
how
can't
you
put them
look
outside
and how you
because it's
play,
like
so that your entire
110
in-game journey
degrees
is
with no
all
rain.
about you.
Yeah. Oh, Jack. Sorry to back up a second. Jack the stripper says they're going to censor people. Okay, so when they say fun environment, they mean they're going to start blocking people that show up and just scream crazy threats at you. Okay, now I get it. I didn't even realize you could communicate with your opponents. That's why I was confused. I just assumed it was like a Nintendo game, just silent multiplayer.
I didn't realize.
I'm sorry, go
Yeah,
ahead.
there's whatever. My herb garden is more important than this. So I've got like some basil and some cilantro, and they're doing pretty well. But I think I screwed up on the chives because it's been like 2.5 weeks since I planted them, and you know they give you like a whole seed packet with this, and
Here you go. Here's the
I
hold your hat.
only have these two little like pathetic
So you can see he's
grass
trying to fill his
stalks
face in this
worth
circle
of
right
chives
Pressing the camera,
that have
guys.
sprouted, and the rest
Slowly
are
to
just
the
like
right,
sitting there
back
doing
to the middle,
nothing,
and
and
now
I'm
to the
like,
left.
oh, okay. I think I'm
that's it.
not very good at
So
this.
what's happening right now, the app is actually generating a scan. It takes about 5 seconds.
What the hell is going on?
Oh,
It's gonna generate
it's an
a
app
video
to
for us. Oh,
make
it's
you a
ready.
player
Here we go.
in the
Let's take a look.
game.
Damn, that looks just like me.
That does not
Oh, whoa. You're going to fix the ball spot.
actually
Yeah, we'll
look
take care of
just
that in game. Don't
like
worry about
him,
it.
but
We got it.
okay.
NBA Live 16 hits the street September 29th.
Wait a minute.
And this
How did
app will be available
he's
before
wearing
the
a
game
hat?
launches.
How did it get his hair?
Get ready to get yourself fresh, people.
No,
just
no,
like
he took
me.
off his hat.
Oh,
while
did he?
scanning.
Okay.
All right, God, thanks for your help.
All right,
Get out of here. So in just a few minutes, the
I wonder
HD
how long
scan
that guy
brings
had to
you life
practice that
in the game,
handshake
just
before
like
he
the
could do
NBA
that.
stars.
That's
Move
smoothly.
God scanned himself last week so we can all see what he looks
Ashley
like in
Kuo
game.
says you have to water your plants,
hot.
Josh. Oh,
If you've ever
I
wanted
didn't
to
realize
beat
I had to
video
do
games,
that.
Trust me, Game Face HD is the easiest and best way to get it done.
and you'll only find
I would like it.
NBA
Like,
Live.
what would happen if you scanned a woman's face?
Now, once you're in game, you'll
Put
be
it
able to
on,
express
man.
yourself.
That would
or
be
if
funny.
you're, or if you're really, or if you're really fat, like if you've got
Or
a
like,
really
what
round
about like a
face.
like what if you have a beard like I do? Will it just like paint the
yeah,
beard on as a texture?
We are laser focused on
Is it
giving
smart
you
enough
unparalleled
to-
control in best-in-class animation
Like, give
fidelity.
you a beard?
First,
Oh,
Yeah.
we
Isn't
spent
that a
2
foul?
years building a physics-based player movement
I
system
think
called
so.
Live Motion.
I haven't played
Now,
basketball in
using
10
an innovative
years,
approach to
so I don't
motion capture,
remember.
We've literally created thousands of new animations.
I haven't played basketball
with
in
runtime physics, this
just
results in
under 30
contextual,
years.
free-flowing
What do you mean
movement,
cilantro
like
is the
what you'd
devil's
expect to
garnish?
see
It's
on
the
basketball
best.
court. Now, this dynamic nature of live motion keeps you in control of your player's movement.
Are you actually supposed to eat the cilantro, or is
Yeah.
it just there on the plate to decorate it?
No, like
Why would you do that? I mean, I guess if you run out of meat and potatoes, you're like, well, I'm still hungry. I'll eat this green crap.
You don't put it as garnish. You put it on as like you cut it up and use it in seasoning or whatever. You put it in a marinade.
Let's take a look at the pick and roll.
You realize,
Dude, God suggests for the face scanner. What if you just up and scan a sandwich? Dude, make that your player face.
I kind of want to mess around with it.
Like a
It'll
Big
probably go
Mac.
like no face recognized. Cannot do this.
Yeah, but like a yeah, that's really funny though.
You realize Pico de Gallo is just cilantro, tomato, and like olive oil.
That they want more control
Yeah, I never
when
eat
shooting
that.
the
So
basketball. We've created a new shot system that gives you full
Did you win
control
last
to
time,
release the
Seamus,
ball
in basketball?
when
I'm sure I
you want.
didn't. It was gym class. Nobody
So
was
the
even
longer you
trying.
actually
It's like,
hold the
oh,
button press,
I would
the
like to
later
get
you'll
through this
release.
without breaking a
Giving you
sweat,
complete control
so
of
that
your
I'm not
shot
sweaty for the rest of the
situations
day.
all over the court.
Because there's stuff I care about that I want to
We've
do,
never
and I
had
can't
this
do
level
it
of
if
gameplay
I'm
control
recovering
before.
from exercise.
So for those of you at E3, please come by and check it out. You really have to feel it to know just how much these new
So I'm
controls
pretty
change
happy
the
with
game.
the chat right now.
And
We've
later
got
this
a
summer, we're gonna be
cilantro
revealing
versus
a new
basil
game mode.
fight going on.
Let's just say we're committed to delivering a reliable and stable place to play basketball online with your
Seriously, do
friends.
you not eat
Reliable
Mexican
and stable.
food?
That's an interesting.
Together.
Wait,
Now let's take a
reliable
look
and
at our
stable.
trailer
That
for
is
big
really
footage captured
interesting that
entirely
EA
from
will
in-game.
even broach that
Thank you.
subject and say, yeah, we want
It's a
reliability
selling
and stability.
post. A point. Selling post.
Yeah, I mean,
oh god.
but that's notable that they have like recognized that that's important to players. I mean, I don't know if they'll deliver, but I like that they notice that people care about that.
Isn't that one of those things they can just say is something they're focusing on without ever actually having to deliver, though?
Hey, are we gonna be able to repost this later?
I don't know.
I mean, are you gonna get the Are you gonna be able to get this footage?
Yeah, I mean, it's still, like, archive stuff for 2 weeks. I just don't know if we can put this on YouTube. So we probably should have been recording the audio here. I haven't been.
I was just wondering that. I haven't been either.
Well, we might be able to just put it up with the Twitch
talk about
audio.
mobile. It's the single biggest gaming platform in the world.
Oh,
the sheer
no.
Oh, mobile.
Please, Todd Howard, come out and talk about Fallout 4.
More than 750
Todd
million
Howard,
times
save
across our
us.
consumers.
I can't believe I'm saying
Todd
that.
Howard,
after I
you
made
must
fun of
save
him nonstop
E3.
last night.
35 countries and territories. Most impressive, this year, players have already logged more than 400,000 years of gameplay. And we're always making our games more exciting. With Need for Speed No Limits, we're pushing smartphones and tablets further than ever. We're also inspired by new devices. FIFA 15 Ultimate Team mobile players are
FIFA.
obsessed
Didn't
with
we
building
arrest
squads.
FIFA?
So we
Yeah,
make it
can we
easy
Isn't
like
FIFA in jail?
do we get like new features in FIFA, like,
We're delivering
you know,
the amazing franchises
get bribed by terrible countries to put the World Cup in their country instead of somewhere more reasonable?
Brand new CCG role-playing game, Star Wars Galaxy of
So you can play a game in 122-degree weather in a stadium built by slave labor.
Exactly. With no booze.
From the prequels and classic trilogies to the Clone Wars and more.
I don't even hate mobile gaming on principle. I just hate the terrible pay models they have.
battle, and dominate.
Yeah,
with your
you know what that
favorite
is?
stars.
Like if I could
It's
just
not the lack of
buy a
graphics
mobile
or-
game.
Let's welcome Mike
Right?
Rasmussen.
Yeah, I want to
show
buy
you a
this
little
and
bit
play it
of
and
Minions
not have you try
Paradise.
and sell me shit while I'm trying to be entertained.
Yeah.
Alright.
Few characters in the world are as delightfully flawed and truly original as the Minions. I mean, seriously, who has not dreamed of having an army of these little guys?
Are we talking about the ones
He's
from
talking
the
about-
movie?
Creative partnership with
Yeah,
Yes, he's
okay.
talking- yeah, he is.
We're bringing that fantasy to life.
Okay.
Minions Paradise is a builder
Isn't
game
that funny that one of the
introduces
most
you to
whimsical
Phil,
and interesting characters you're
sweet
going to
yet
have here today came
subversive
from a
minion who's
movie and not
exclusive
from
to the
your
game.
studio?
Hide your bananas! The Minions are on the vacation of their lives. And what fun!
What are we watching?
There's Charlie and his balloon animals.
What the?
Barry and his famous burritos.
Is it just
Ken
that?
and his delicious
Is it just EA makes everything seem fake and shallow? Oh, a cake fell, and that's comedy or whatever. I don't know. Like, I love Pixar stuff. I'm sure
Right.
this movie was brilliant. But it seems like super manufactured now. Like, this doesn't feel whimsical or Pixar-y. This feels like it's trying too hard.
Yeah. That was... Oh no! You broke the ship.
Oh, Phil, look what you've done. Your buddies are furious that you've ruined their awesome vacation. You better do something quick. I think you'll need to do a little more than that.
All right, let's take a look at the game.
It fades into that.
Phil, first things first, what paradise would be complete without a tiki lounge? And
Oh,
Phil loves
man.
his tiki lounge. Check it out, Phil.
This is not going to be a fun
Now,
mobile
the tiki
game.
lounge becomes a focal point for the game.
Can't wait to
Request and
pay
check in on
like
Phil and his
$2
progress.
to be able to build
Maybe
that
this'll help him win over
friggin'
his
tiki
pals.
lounge. And then
well, here
immediately
come
it'll
Phil's
start
buddies,
telling me I need to
but
pay
they're
it
still
$2
angry.
to get some more minions to visit it.
Phil better act quick, so he gets the party started with some coconut
Oh,
drinks.
I
But
said
now he's
Pixar
out of
earlier,
coconuts.
and it was
Hey, Phil, send your
DreamsWorks.
buddies
My
out for
mistake.
more.
DreamWorks. That's
What
my
could go
mistake.
wrong, right?
I get them confused all
With
the
the
time.
Minions, pretty much anything can go wrong. We always want you to be surprised and delighted by the trouble the Minions get into. And we work hand in hand with Illumination to create these unexpected moments that make this world come to life. I love that. You combine items in the island to create things that every minion needs, like throwing stars or swamp gas grenades. And you'll explore the island to
Why
find
are
new
they
activities
giving
to keep your
top
minions'
billing
vacation
to a
going, like this
mobile
water
game?
slide. Or fishing.
A licensed
Quickly
mobile
goes
game.
haywire
Yeah, what?
When an alligator snaps the bait and suddenly your water skiing.
Seriously,
It
this
doesn't
is like...
look very impressive or
We give you a
interesting.
blank canvas
This
to
looks
create
like
your own
bottom
Minions
feeder
Paradise.
type stuff.
Why are the
Can't wait for you
longest
to
two
play this later this
fucking
year.
like segments they've
With
had
endless surprises and chances
Plants
to play
vs.
with your
Zombies
minions.
and
This is a
this?
vacation you'll never forget. And that's Minions Paradise. Thank you.
And why are they clapping so much at that? Like, that was everybody clapping.
Sympathy clapping, Seamus.
They were glad it was over.
Okay. So, more sports games.
Football is in my heart.
FIFA 16.
In my body. In my soul.
Right.
It has power like no other sport.
Do you guys not
It
have like a
lifts
good Mexican
an
food place up
entire
there?
Nation. It has the power to take our breaths
Like, I
away,
can't imagine you've never had
to
Pico de
make us
Gallo.
laugh, cry, and rejoice.
I've been around Pico de Gallo, just it always looked like snot, so I never touched it.
What? It's red.
The only player to win 3 World Cups.
Huh.
Voted player.
Do you mean
Looks like bloody
guacamole?
snot.
My
That
legacy
also looks like snot. No,
to
really,
be
at
the
Taco
man
Bell they have Pico
that
de Gallo
creates
sauce, but it's
more
entirely
moments
green
of
slime.
beauty
No red.
Well, I mean,
I don't...
it's Taco Bell, Seamus.
Will my beauty
Well, I don't know. I mean, if somebody tells you
not
it's Pico de Gallo, I'm going to say,
Mexican
I will... I don't care. That's all we got here, okay? It's well, okay. It's that or the actual Mexican place owned by actual Mexicans. And when I go there, I'm not messing around with like knowing what the name of everything is because I can't understand anything anybody says. I'm just like, this thing that looks like it's fried and made of beef. Yeah, bring me one of those. And then stand back.
You need to come visit me sometime, and I can take you for all the cool cuisine that doesn't exist in Pennsylvania. I remember Pennsylvania. It's not great. Wow, they brought out this guy. Pele.
Pele, seriously? Whoa.
Can you believe it?
Do you actually know who that is?
So I've got a really
Yes,
sore face.
he's one of the most famous players in history. He's probably the most famous football player on the planet. Pele is amazing. People were talking about him when I was a kid.
You told me one earlier today about
I mean, he's
when you went to
I
New
actually want to hear what he has to
and
say.
how you coined the phrase "the beautiful game." Would you share it with everyone here?
No, first of all, thank you for the beautiful welcome. That is the family of the sport, the family of football. Thank you. When we started to promote the soccer in the United States, I come upon New York Cosmos, and then we used to practice with the giant stage, the American football there. And then
yeah, he is to football what Wayne Gretzky is to hockey, maybe even more so.
The beautiful game.
Probably Beckham is more famous today, but I think
soccer is jogo bonito.
Oh gosh,
American
he is the most famous hockey player who ever lived.
Then I say, American football is too much bumpy, too much stronger. Soccer is a more intelligent.
So when he says American football, is he talking about the American Soccer League, or is he talking about?
He's talking about hand egg. He's talking about hand egg.
To become the beautiful game.
He said soccer. He's an imposter.
For me, it's an amazing tale about how that phrase kind of came about to represent football or soccer. And we really wanted to kind of take that idea of the expression and flair from the game of football and put it into FIFA, which is what the team have been working on this year. But the other thing I really wanted to ask you about is when you think about those moments, those beautiful moments in the game of football, and think about recent matches, what do you think of? What thing springs to mind?
No, first of all,
I actually like football. Football, like soccer football, not American football.
When you see the game,
like I watch the Super Bowl and I'm like, I don't really care, but I watch the World Cup and I'm like, yeah, I could get into this if I cared to actually spend time watching it.
Yeah. A better analogy is Pele is to football what Muhammad Ali is to boxing. Okay, he was not.
I thought you were going to say Muhammad was to Islam.
No. Muhammad Ali, but like Muhammad Ali probably wasn't like the greatest. He didn't have the greatest win record, but he was the one everybody loved, and he was the symbol of the sport. And he sort of embodied the sport. Exactly.
I scored 1,000 goals. Was a big party.
Oh, Mexican football, that has real sugar in it.
I thought, okay, oh God, maybe I'm gonna make it go by head, go by bicycle.
Real sugar and people getting murdered in the streets.
But it was more difficult.
Or Mike Tyson is to biting people.
Because I put the ball in the mark. Then I start, oh my God, I cannot miss.
Yeah, Pele is the Michael Jordan of football.
It was a penalty kick, but it was more difficult for me. So I think this is what the game brings to you, because
didn't he like invent the bicycle kick, that crazy backflip kick? I don't know if he invented it or if he was just famous for doing it a lot.
Michael Jordan.
Circumstance, the fact that's what makes it beautiful. It can be a single moment, or it could be everything strung together.
Depending on the moment. For example, I have in my career, I have a lot
football.
of moments.
I like that to differentiate between American football and international football is to spell international football F-U-T-B-O-L.
That's a French spelling, isn't it?
I like that, and then you can call both football, but people still know what you're talking about, and you don't have to like call it soccer and annoy all the Europeans.
It's weird because
annoy
didn't
all the
the
non-Americans.
English come up with the term soccer?
My first traveling.
And then they make fun of us for calling it soccer here. And I'm like, wait a minute, you came up with that.
The Icarox says Pele is the Citizen Kane of football.
I didn't understand well. No,
Can we push this any farther?
It was the different, emotion because it was completely different. Fortunately, Brazil won the World Cup. I was 17. It was a different moment.
This is a long time to go without showing us any video game. I mean,
I'm sure people are happy for it as opposed to like people talking about games that don't have any footage.
I'm sure everyone is.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure of people that do love football loved seeing Pele. This was a big thrill for like diehard football fans, but that was a long time. He hugs Pele. You were not worthy.
He kind of gave an expression like, "Oh God, what did I do?"
Unbelievable. But we do
hugged
have to
the
get
Pope
on
of football.
and start to talk about the beautiful game in FIFA 16. Because gameplay's always been the soul of FIFA. This year, obviously, we want to innovate across the entire pitch.
I'm just glad we're not watching Plants vs. Zombie footage. That's a really good point,
year, but we also want to help you compete at a higher level. And also give you new ways to play. And each of these massive pillars within the game has been built with the millions of FIFA fans out there in mind. So let's get to the pitch and see the most balanced FIFA yet. When playing the game, you want confidence in
1 hour
you want
into
to be able
this.
To defend with purpose and backbone. So in FIFA
Really?
16,
Yeah.
We're nowhere near the end.
gives you the mobility you need to track skill
In 15 minutes, we'll talk about Star Wars Battlefront. Just please keep watching.
So this year,
I know, it's like we haven't seen one thing that really interested me. Like Mass Effect could have, but they had nothing to show.
And in the middle of the pitch, you'll control the midfield.
They are not ready to show Mass Effect yet. And you know what? If you're an EA Sports fan, of course you're gonna have a lot more interest in it.
I'm like, are they even gonna talk about Mirror's Edge at this point? Like,
oh yeah, that's another one we're waiting.
Because they changed the name of it like 3 days ago.
You want more moments of magic, more skills, better dribbling, all so you can create menacing attacks.
Zuckerum, actually this is my first like watching beginning to end EA press conference. Before I would just watch highlights or excerpts just because of this, because of course I didn't want to sit through the EA Sports stuff.
It was fun to heckle it with a friend or two.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I mean I would not sit here and watch this whole thing on my own. Like, the only reason I'm doing this is
apparently it just said that Mirror's Edge is next. I just wasn't paying attention. But can you blame me at this point?
For every fan, we're giving you the ability to compete at a higher level.
Compete at a higher level. We're giving all the players stilts.
FIFA Trainer will help dial up your game, no matter your level. The controller language you see here on screen will change as you move around the pitch, and bring you options sure to help you play better defense, make better passes, and hopefully score more goals.
How does FIFA actually work? I've never played it, and I don't understand.
I don't know either.
Like,
I
do
know
you just
that's
hop
one
between
game my
various
brother never
players?
You probably have control of whoever has the ball on your team.
Oh, that's right. That was the big announcement before E3 came out. Was like, oh, they're gonna have women's teams.
That's interesting. I wonder if that's something the player base wants.
There was a big backlash of people who were complaining about it, so I guess not.
Weird. Like, why would you mind? I mean,
yeah,
it's like that's a problem with these sports games. It's like, well, what else have they got to do besides make the graphics 10% better every year and update the roster? It's not like the game changes. What are they going to add? The Mako? You know, oh, we've got new skill points for your guys to level up to?
Mech-based football.
You can call in a Titan drop.
How crazy was that?
That has a soccer chain gun, a soccer ball chain gun.
This huge moment, along with Pele and our friend Leo Messi, we're dropping a special item into the account of all our loyal FIFA 15 Ultimate Team players. So go check it out at the end of the press conference, and let's take a look at the beautiful game in FIFA 16.
Oh my God, it's not over yet.
The game played by the entire planet. The game that brings us together.
The game that brings us together. I'm sorry, Pele, but we know that's not true. You're a beautiful human being, but that's just shenanigans.
Oh. Moments. Powerful.
The stream froze up there for a second. That's fun.
Yeah, what was that?
Stunning. Spine tingling. But for as much beauty as I have lived, for as much beauty as I have experienced, I know I have seen nothing yet.
It brings everybody who is not American together.
Hey, the American team did really well last time.
Yeah, it brings everybody together and then has them leave the stadium and destroy all the shit and burn all the cars. We know how this sport works.
Is it freezing up for you too?
Yes, it is.
Okay, good.
It's like
so
doing
it's just
this negative frame.
Yeah.
Pause.
So it's Twitch screwing up and not me this time.
But what is beauty?
Uh-oh. Has it completely stopped for you? It completely stopped for me.
Yes.
FIFA is destroying the stream.
Play beautiful.
This is too much football. The stream can't handle this much football. Football with a U. Football. Football.
Oh, come on.
And now time for some more shit that is not Battlefront.
Remember about video, like this is about video games and not football?
What would it look like if there were no governments, only corporations? Who would save us from our oppressors?
I don't think that was the premise of the original game, but okay.
No, it definitely wasn't. In fact, it was specifically about a corrupt government.
I mean, corrupt government and corporations can go hand in hand.
Sure.
Okay, the stream just went down completely, so that's cool. I'm gonna try a refresh here.
It went down for me too.
God damn it, Twitch.
And now it's time for an advertisement.
Great. Okay, well, I guess we're going to stare at the loading video for a while.
So that was a bad start to the... I mean, she comes out and introduces your stock cyberpunk setting. There's nothing wrong with that, but introducing it like it's this exciting idea.
Yeah.
It's like if somebody came out and was like, imagine a world that has wizards.
And like Mirror's Edge is not...
fight with swords.
Mirror's Edge is not a cyberpunk setting.
No, it wasn't. And so...
EA's don't say bad things about corporations filter kicked in. Everyone was heckling them and they were like, no, enough!
I just want to say how much I love corporations, and I think corporations are great. I think everybody
I think
here
that
agrees.
DRM is the best and that everyone should have to...
I think it's just the only way you can stop evil pirates.
Did you hear about the Keurig?
Otherwise...
The Keurig guys that put DRM on their coffee cup thingamajigs? I don't even know what I'm talking about. Oh, there we go. Damn, we got an ad. God fucking damn it. Alright, I'm gonna mute this ad because fuck this movie. Actually, this movie doesn't look terrible.
It's got Green Lantern in it.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of that guy, but okay.
502 bad gateway. Service not available.
Oh, I've got it on mine. We've got
freedom comes at a price.
Oh, I see. It redirected me to something stupid. Okay, I got it.
It's a little bit more Deus Exy than it used to be.
Which, that's fine. All we want is first-person
Did they
platforming.
change Faith's face again? Okay, here we go.
But I got something for it.
I'm taking her out.
Okay, I don't see any guns yet. I'm fine if they have combat that's not guns, and if like combat is that the city looks nicer now. Like it kind of looked dead in the first game. Like there was not stuff going on in it. There were no people. There were like you could see cars and trains, but like it didn't seem alive.
I don't like what's coming, Faith. The city is changing, and not for the better. Unless, of course...
Oh no, it's Birdie from Hitman Absolution.
He became a black guy and got old.
Girl, save us all.
Oh, we got a release date! Finally! They've only announced this like 4 times. February 23rd, 2016. What is it with like early spring releases suddenly becoming a thing?
It's everybody aiming for Christmas. And
are we seriously doing Madden now? Like I didn't. The stream didn't suddenly turn to a commercial, did it?
No. But hey, there's like some licensed music from the 70s.
Hope that doesn't cause a YouTube copyright strike when we try to upload this.
Oh, I know. But really, they have to do Madden. They can't not do Madden.
Right. I guess. But I mean, like,
I'm Sean Grady, senior producer for Madden NFL.
people who care about Madden are not the people who watch this
Agil
stuff.
says Madden 2016. Stay mad.
And the right playmakers to build their current Super Bowl championship.
Even madder.
I want them to announce all John Madden mode, where all the players are John Madden.
Time on the set all these years, I've learned 2 things. One, my hair looks great on the big screen, and that 40 million fantasy sports fans out there would say that their favorite part of playing fantasy football is the ability to draft their own team.
Okay, well,
all right, I'm going to take a break during Madden. I'll be back in a minute.
It's called Draft Champions, and it's a brand new way to get the fantasy draft.
That guy's wearing half a suit.
Every day. A Draft Champions
he's got a dress shirt, a tie, and a blazer, but he's wearing jeans.
We built this mode for both our Madden players and the fantasy fanatics who love the excitement
War
that
Madden.
comes
Oh
with
yeah,
drafting
that'd be
a fantasy
great.
team. And Madden mobile players, don't sleep on this. It's a great reason to check out the console experience. Now, it's similar to Madden Mobile and Ultimate Team. You'll build a current team, a team of current and legendary players. But what really sets Draft Champions apart is the fun, fast, multi-round draft. You're going to get 3 players to choose from in each round, so every draft is exciting and different. It's all about interesting decisions and how you choose to build your team. Now, Robert, we recorded you earlier. We've got your final 3 rounds of your draft. Let's see how you, a fantasy football expert, handled it.
It's football, yay!
So I see right away you're still short a quarterback. You haven't upgraded yet.
Well, sometimes, like I do in real fantasy football, I'll wait on getting a quarterback.
Sometimes, like I do in real fantasy football, that is the quote of the con at this point.
In that late round. Now, this next round is probably your most difficult. A lot of great players on the board. What'd you decide here?
Absolutely. Look, any fan would love to get Jamal Charles with all his home run speed on their team.
Yeah, Jamal Charles.
Reigning defensive player of the year on their defensive
J.J.
line.
Watt.
I don't know how you turned down the best receiver in the league for my money, Calvin Johnson, so I'm pumped to have Megatron on my roster.
Okay, I'm a little surprised to see you leave J.J. Watt on the board from your Houston
Seamus went to do nebulous break things.
All over the board here. We all love legends. What'd you decide?
Well, look, you got the obvious quarterback choice there, but you got a couple of Hall of Famers. You got Derek Brooks and John Randall, exceptional defenders. But in the end, I needed that quarterback, so I go Randall Cunningham. He's got the big arm and the perfect fit to throw that ball downfield to Megatron. So I went with Randall Cunningham.
Looks like a really solid draft there. A good team, if not a little lucky with that quarterback coming in the final round. Worked out well. All right, once you've nailed the draft, this is where Madden takes fantasy to another level. Instead of passively watching the guys you drafted play, you get to be the playmaker on the field. You play with your team solo or go online, challenge other players to see how your draft and your game stack up.
And once you've completed your mini season, you'll be back
It's
at the
the
drafting board to
footballs.
start a whole new run. One quick experience, something you can.
I don't have anything to say about this.
Awesome. Very cool. I know where a lot
Come
of
back,
fantasy
Seamus.
fans and fantasy football players this season will be spending their time.
All right, well, we couldn't agree more. Robert, we appreciate you being out here as the fantasy expert voice today.
Oh, thank God they're not spending that much time on it.
This was outstanding. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Robert. Appreciate it. Okay, today's NFL is a passing league. We've overhauled the entire
Oh no, they're
game.
talking more about it. Oh God.
Junior making a gravity-defying catch, or Patrick Peterson
EA, what
touching the ball
happened
for a
to
game-winning
you?
touchdown. Playmakers dominate the passing
Why did
game
you
on both
spend
sides of the
2
ball.
minutes
So we
on
focus
Mirror's
three
Edge,
positions.
but you're spending like 25 minutes on sports games?
Let's start with quarterback. New body relative throws give you the chance to lead
Where's
your
that
receivers
counter
high
to
above
tell me
the
when
defender's
Battlefront
reach.
is coming
Or
on?
throw low on a curl route to wall off the defender, protecting both the ball and your receiver. As an example, if Russell Wilson would have used a body relative low throw to end the Super Bowl, we'd probably be referring to the Seahawks as the two-time defending champs. Now,
So Josh, a Final Fantasy VII remake might be at this E3, really? It's what people have been asking for forever. That's my thought on it. That could be cool.
I am back.
Hi, we're talking about nothing.
But might sacrifice yards.
It's still going. I thought it was over, but it's still going. Why did they spend 25, 35, 45 minutes on these shitty sport games and 2 minutes on games like Mirror's Edge? What is going on here?
Don't worry, we didn't forget about defense.
Oh good, they didn't forget about defense. I was worried there.
For the first time, now you'll have the ability to play the receiver instead of just the ball. You can make an attempt to secure the tackle or use the new play receiver mechanic to execute
Yeah,
a
Red and
well-timed
Gold
hit
has a
to
point.
slide the ball
They announced that Battlefront was coming in like 50 minutes at the start of the stream, and that was like an hour and 10 minutes ago.
Yep.
So, did they just like...
Did they not know how long this would take?
Did they blowed out their sports sections so much?
Did they like, oh, we should throw in Plants vs. Zombies in that one yarn game. Drag out one of the developers that string game somebody's making and make him stand out on stage for 5 minutes.
Every now and then,
God damn it!
someone comes along and changes.
But still, you knew this had to happen. I mean, this is like their
worse
flagship
than last
product.
year's EA press conference.
Although it amazes me how much this looks like I haven't seen Madden in like 5 years,
they're saying
and
the
this looks
stream
just
is
like the
gone.
Maddens I've seen.
Changes their season. Manning drops back. He's tackled for a sack. And at times, it seems hopeless.
Okay, I'm gonna restart the stream, I think.
The Giants need a touchdown. Until you realize